Hello and welcome to Readings with me. Is there anybody here? Say hello. And also if you can hear me. Hi Alfie. I'm lighting some incense. It gets me in the mood. So when I really want to practice my clairvoyant readings, I do them all the time, but not in the structure of a reading. Like I do them during healings, and so doing them during a structured only for readings and maybe an energetic clearing is way different than I'm used to. So I really need to figure that out and practice that. I could clam up and be like, but I doubt it. I just said that part. I really, really want to do live. I signed up for a bunch of mystic fairs this summer, and I want to do them live for people. Like right across from them. Because I did go to a mystic fair in New Hampshire, and I put my healing services on there, and also like the goddess key, and I realized that first it was like dead, like there was hardly anybody in there, but also that people don't necessarily know what a goddess key is, because I'm so used to talking to people who are occultists and healers and witches, whereas when people go to these fairs, they're just looking for healing, and they're not necessarily, or readings, and they're not necessarily like know what a goddess key is. So I really would like to dive into that. They might not even know what the astral realm is. So it's like a more beginner friendly things I want to get into. It's hard for me to do that. So I really appreciate you guys helping me out. Oh, good, you can hear me. I've just been blabbing on. So it will be a lot harder for me to do that for somebody that I work with regularly, Eric. and know a little bit better. But and I don't know if I want you guys to ask a question. You can try asking a question and see how that works for me. I'm really just trying to figure out my own way of doing psychic readings that don't involve healing, because I've been doing healing readings for years. Oh, my vacation. It was really pretty. It was really amazing. We went to Mount Katahdin, which is the highest mountain in Maine, and we climbed it. And then we went across the ridge, which was extremely scary. And wow, like I could say that at one point there was a part where I was actually crying, and I was like, I can't do it, because there was like cliffs on both sides of you, and then I had to climb down these rocks, and all you can see is like, it was scary, but I made it through it. Excuse me, Jason coached me through it, and the views were really amazing. Climbing the rocks was fun because I really like climbing rocks. We were really tired when we got back to the truck. That was the best part, getting back to the truck. We got to the top of the mountain, and there's like this epic sign where, people always take pictures with it, the Katahdin sign. And I got there, and I was just like, this is really anticlimactic. Like, I don't feel like I accomplished anything. Even though we did, like, we hiked, and I had to like lay down at one point because it was hot and I was tired. So it was a lot of work, but then we just kept going and went a really hard way down. So it was very rewarding, and I learned a lot about myself for sure. So, yeah, so you guys can try to ask questions because there's a certain question that you have in mind, and I'll tap into my clairvoyance to answer it for you. I think that would work. Sarah, as I told you, I'm healing people now, but I'm suffering a lot. Is there any way to offset this? I'm actually thinking of quitting for a while. You might actually need to quit for a while and take a break, Alfie. I've had to do that. Like, it's a lot of energy expelled in healing people. Like, some people don't appreciate how much energy goes into it. It's really intense and it can exhaust the fuck out of you, even if you're taking the precautions, even if you're doing cleansings. I would say definitely get healings done for yourself when you're healing other people. This is something that I forget to do a lot. It's like, oh yeah, I might feel like crap today, probably because I need a healing myself. So you might actually just need to take a break. When I was doing, oh my gosh, when I first got started, my prices were really low, and I was on Etsy, and so I would have a lot of clients crammed into one day. And I remember looking at my calendar once and I was like, I can't fucking do this. Like, it was just full, 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 full. And it was great because I was getting so much clientele, but at the same time, it's like I'm exhausted. And so, who was it? Asmodeus? One of the demons told me, when I did a pact with them, I think it was Asmodeus, to take a break, take an entire week off every month from doing healings. And that really helped reset my energy. And it's not just physical energy that you're expelling when you're doing healings, Alfie. You're literally expelling all your mental energy too. So you got to get that back. You got to get that back because the clients aren't going to give it to you because you're doing the healing. So it's not like it's an exchange of energy, really. You're giving, giving, giving. You need to get some of that back, not from your clients, but from yourself. You have to give it to yourself. But like saying no, if you have a ton of clients, raise your prices a little bit. That'll kind of slow things down a little bit while you make more money, make the same amount of money or you make more money. When I raised my prices a bit, I would be making pretty much the same amount of money, but I would have less clientele. And so it would help with that overload of stress of clients. Does that answer your question? There's really no need for you to be suffering. You don't need to suffer for other people. You don't need to suffer for your business. If you feel yourself getting burnt out, take a break. And if you have clients scheduled for tomorrow or the day after, like say, I'm taking a break, I'm burnt out, and I'm going to be taking the next week off, so I will get back to you. And most of the time, the clients are fine with it. Like, they're like, oh, yes, you take all the time you need. Like, people are really understanding about that stuff. They do not want an exhausted healer working on them because they know that an exhausted healer is not going to do them any good. They want what they paid for. Exactly. Thanks, Eric. Yeah. If you're suffering for other people, something went off the rails. Healing does not happen by harming yourself. Mm-mm. And that is something I only know because I learned that myself. Because I I loved having all the clients and all the work, and it was great. But I was like, oh wow, I feel like shit. Excuse me, I need to stop, slow down, take a break. And that you kind of learn about yourself too. You learn how far you can push yourself. I just hope you learn faster than I did, because I was just like, no, I can keep going. I feel fine, but really I feel like shit. So, hello. But yeah, you don't need to harm yourself for other people or for money. Like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I have a sunburn. I'm itching it. I have the weirdest tan this year. Look at this. I am totally a farmer's tan. Oh my god. Please start charging. Oh my god. Alfie, you are so powerful and such a good healer. There is no reason you should not be charging people. Absolutely not. They're taking advantage of you. Straight up. No, they are fucking taking advantage of you. No wonder you're exhausted. Bro. Bro. Hugs. Hugs, Alfie. I'm so sorry. Yeah, you gotta learn boundaries, man. And there's something that I had to learn as well, is what I do for people is not equal my worth. And I think that might be something that you need to learn as well. Hi, Tango Critic. Hi, Fun Boy. Yeah, no, take a break, please. Please, Alfie, take a break and email me. Tell me how it goes. But I think if you start charging, those people will disappear. Some people will be like, oh hell, that was good stuff. I'm gonna keep coming back. No, yeah, it's no good, Alfie. That's no fucking good. Hi, Tuka. Yeah, don't do that. I am doing free readings on YouTube because I enjoy it. And also I need to practice for fairs. But I do enjoy this. Like, this is something that gives me energy, not necessarily takes it away. Fun Boy, if you can't see or hear spirits, can you still use your spirit army service? Yes. Yes. I've had like housewives who have no idea how to do magic buy my servitors and properly maintain them. It's easy. Absolutely. And so worth it. So worth it because my servitors are connected to you because I take like a piece of your soul, like your light, and I create them with it. So they're your servitors. They're not my servitors. So you're connected with them psychically and energetically. So you don't necessarily need to. You don't need to see them or anything because they're gonna speak with you because they're a part of you, and also they will automatically do what they're programmed to do. You don't have to train them or tell them to do things. They're going to do what they're automatically constructed to do. And that's what, you and me would come up with together. That's what you and me would like come up with together would be what they do, what's their function, and you don't need to do anything else. Like, they just exist, and you can give them offerings. And we even talk about what kind of offerings are easiest for you to give them. I like to do passive offerings because I don't want to spend a whole lot of time like feeding servitors and all that stuff. The gravy train is over. I'm so glad to hear that, Alfie. Fuck them. I'm like mad. I'm like, wait a minute. God, you guys just taking advantage of my buddy. I'm mad. Yeah, servitors are complicated. I I don't really like writing. I make videos, which it's kind of like what Jason said to me the other day. He's like, "You have a grimoire?" I'm like, "I do." He's like, "Yeah, it's just videos." I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's right." Because Astro Mastery has all that stuff on there. It has how to make servitors the way I make them. It tells you how to remove implants and parasites. Um, how to become more clairvoyant. Like all that stuff is on Astral Mastery. You could probably get through it in a month. It's 97 a month, so you could probably get through all of it in a month if you binge watched it. I think Eric binge watched it because he told me he binged it and he got through it. I really don't like writing. Maybe it'll change. Yeah, yeah, I do that too. Yeah, you're hyper focusing. That's what you're doing. Any servitors and are servitors and companions like the same thing? Referring, I guess, if they're programmed to be a companion, absolutely, absolutely. I thought you were taking cues. I can. I don't mind. But if anybody wants me to do like a clairvoyant reading, I am practicing those for live fairs. It's okay if you ask me questions. I don't mind. Any tips on scrying the black mirror? I don't do a whole lot of scrying, but you stare at it and you kind of look at it, but don't look at it like you're activating a sigil. So you like stare at it and then just kind of let everything go gray around you. And then you should see images in your mind in the black mirror, not with your eyes. So sometimes you see them with your eyes, though. When I do scrying, sometimes I'll stare at the ceiling. During yoga, I'll be staring at the ceiling and just allowing everything to kind of change color. And then I'll see images in the ceiling. I don't know. Whatever. I really like asking questions of relationship questions are good. Money questions are good. S24. What's your name? It's hard for me to connect with random YouTube numbers. Okay, Curity Manvik. All right, hold on. It seems like a push-pull dynamic because I'm seeing you like kind of like chasing him and he's pulling away. Um, he's either not entirely interested, not entirely sure, or he's like an avoidant. So that's what I see. Um, I'm hearing like let him come to you more. Let him initiate with you. And if he doesn't, then like shut the door in his face. Basically, is what I'm getting from that. Oh, yeah, that's a red flag. Oh, those dating apps are bad news, man. Yeah, I think you should follow your intuition with that one. I think maybe you should be asking yourself if you want him. If you want him to reach out to you again, how does that feel? How would that feel in your gut? Because if he, so you prefer to stay over the dating app rather than person contact, he might be wanting or needing something really too quickly. So those dating apps are like a hunting ground for narcissists. So if you're like, whoa, take a step back, and he pulls away, that's a bad sign. It's a good sign that it's a good sign in the way that you're not going too fast and you're putting up your boundaries. But if he's pulling away after you set a boundary, fuck that. No way. Absolutely not. 0%. Sorry, this is TikTok I'm watching. Yeah, no, I wouldn't. Do you know the one? No, good job setting boundaries and keeping them. Boundaries are like a wall to narcissists. Going slow is like a wall to narcissists and toxic people. You're absolutely doing a great job weeding out those. All right, let's see. What did I miss here? Beep, 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 beep. Just don't chase him, please. A reading on how my haunted dolls are doing. They love to light cat ball lights. What is cat ball lights? Afterthought. I don't know what that is. But it sounds like they're doing good, fun boy. How can Santa Muerte be holy if she can force people to love you? I'm curious to get this answered. She came to me in a dream. It's not about her being good or bad. The spirits just are energy and where you direct that energy. I wouldn't recommend love spells, but you can do love spells with spirits. They might be rolling their eyes while they're helping you with it, but my favorite movies, I really love Jurassic World. I really like the Jurassic Park series. Stuff like that. I was actually just talking about going to see the new Jurassic World. Is probably not any good. It doesn't have the old characters in it. I really like Marvel. Just a normal girl, man. Okay? I like Marvel. Jurassic. I like watching people get eaten by dinosaurs. It's fun. like to be a little scared, but I don't like too much gore. Well, it sounds like they're happy if they're turning your lights on and off, fun boy. All right, Shrew team. What's Garav's energy towards me? Okay. Is this a long on and off relationship? Long term on and off? Because I really feel like there's resentment there, or he feels like you're not hearing him, or he feels misunderstood. Oh, a lot of the times men will feel things and they won't tell us. If you want to know exactly what's going on in his mind and what his energy is towards you, ask and be direct, because they don't really understand emotional language as well as we do. Especially if they have neurodivergence. Spirits treat you like an adult. They let you fuck around and find out, then instruct you on how to move forward when it blows up. Yeah, they do. Parents sometimes do that. If we'd be open to a long-term, purposeful relationship with me, I'm feeling no, but I don't think it's you. Yeah, see, is he saying he's scared of commitment? That's fuck off. Sorry. Fuck off. I understand being afraid of commitment, and I understand all that, but go ahead and research avoidant attachment styles, and you'll see that there's some people who, because they have so much childhood trauma, they can't self-reflect, and they do not understand. They think they want intimacy, but when intimacy comes knocking, they freeze or they run away. I'm only saying that because I'm an avoidant, or ex-avoidant. Yep, he's an avoidant. All I can say is move on and live your life. And if he decides that he wants to change and be like, oh wow, I lost a good thing, maybe I should start looking at myself and changing, and he comes back around and initiates that, then maybe give him a chance. But no way, dude. He doesn't deserve you. He doesn't deserve you. You're welcome. Sorry, I'm so blunt. That stuff drives me nuts. Oh no. Matthews, can I get a reading on money? Yeah. Can I get a reading on money? Let's see. This is great, you guys. Thank you. For anyone who just joined in, I'm practicing my clairvoyant readings for bears. So any questions are good questions. Money, career, love. Hi, Allie. Okay, back to Matthews. Sorry. Can I get a reading of money? Is Matthews your first name or your last name? Is that even your name? It's easier for me to connect with somebody through their name, their real name. I'm having a hard time connecting with that one, with that question for some reason. I would work on like the feeling that you have to do a lot for money, or the feeling of lack around money. So many of us like grow up like dirt poor, and we have this really negative association with money, and then a negative association to people who have money, like, oh, all rich people are assholes, or money doesn't grow on trees, so there's like a big lack programming in there. I want you to really focus on deprogramming lack, and that is not going to be an overnight process. And I think you might already be doing some of that right now, like noticing it. You're noticing it right now, so that's a start. Really, really, like, start journaling about how you love money. It sounds ridiculous. Start looking at yourself in the mirror. Be like, I'm rich, or I'm always receiving of money. And that's another thing about money. If you can't receive emotionally, if you can't receive love, you're going to have a hard time receiving money a lot of the time. It's like interconnected. But yeah, I would work on deprogramming the lack, focus on positive feelings around money. I like to listen to subliminals and meditations because I grew up really, really poor with a negative association around money. So it has been a process for me to actually be okay with receiving it and having it and holding it. That's the thing. Like, a lot of people can't hold money. So work on being able to hold it, being able to receive it, and lack. The lack mindset will wipe your bank account clean. So I hope that answers your question. Yeah, sure. Let me see if there's somebody that hasn't asked me yet. Ollie read my manifestations. They used the letter method for a lot of my desired manifestations. Anything I can do to speed it up? I'd like to know the process of it. Yeah, you kind of have to disconnect from it and be okay with where you are right now. So, like, what if you never got your manifestations? What if they never happened and you were right where you are right now? You kind of have to be like, okay, well, if I don't get my manifestations, that's no big deal. Like, that's how you detach from it, even though it is a big deal to you. And it's like really, really hard to be like, oh no, if I never get my manifestations and I live in this dump forever, like, oh God, I can't stand that. Like, that's not a good energy to be in, because that's gonna halt your manifestations really, really quickly. So being in more of like a I'm open to staying here and where I am, but also I'm open to receiving more money or whatever I'm manifesting. That's how you kind of disconnect from it. And it's like a what's the word I'm looking for? Not oxymoron. I don't know. I'll think of the word later. Yeah, you have to detach from it. But it doesn't mean that you still don't want it. You're still going to want it. I hate when people in videos would be like, you have to stop wanting what you're manifesting. It's like, you just obviously still want it. Like, come on, that's not how you do it. You have to become the person who already has it. So, what would you be doing right now if you had everything you were manifesting? Like, how would you dress? How would you walk? How would you do your makeup in the morning? Like, what would that person be doing without spending all kinds of money? A person who is rich is responsible with money, right? They're not blowing it all. Um, a person who is rich, like, has a certain walk. They feel confident in themselves. Think of they think of their manifestations not with angst, but with joy and gratitude. Like, that's really how you have to switch your mindset quite a bit. And like I said, this is not an overnight thing, especially if you grew up dirt poor and your entire family told you that money was terrible. It's going to be really a slow process. Hello, Red Rooster Gamer Boy. If I decide to work with Santa Morte and take it slow, how will she respond? And do you have a service to link me to her so they can teach? I don't have a service with her. Me and her have a history. I don't know if I told you guys about that or not. Me and Santa Morte. But I felt like she was calling me at one point. I was living in my old house. I called her at my altar. I actually have a whole video about it, and like a bunch of people commented on it. And I have so many views on that video. People just yelling at me, but it was true. Um, I I did an evocation. I connected with her, and then like bugs like swarmed my house. Like, bugs were like crawling onto my porch. My dog had fleas. There was flies coming out of nowhere. There was like this weird smell. Like, it was. I thought she was angry at me, and or maybe she just didn't want to work with me. But it was interesting because actually the video that I posted, the people on there who work with her quite a bit, the ones that weren't being horribly negative, they were like, "Oh, you were disrespectful to her." It's like, no, I wasn't. Fuck off. You made her mad. It's like, okay, okay. The ones that were actually making sense were there. They were like, yeah, Santa Marta was trying to tell you that there were parasites in that home and that there was a parasite living off of you. And it was absolutely, that is 100% what she did for me, was help me see that the person that I was with at the time was using me and was basically a parasite. And so I ended that, and I haven't really worked with her since, but I really, really, she's not subtle. Like, I really appreciate that about goddesses. And she was not subtle with me. She's just like, this is it. This is how it is. And I'm so glad that she did. Like even if it scared me at the time, like I was like, holy shit, like she's really pissed at me. She wasn't. She was she was pissed at who I was living with, like every other spirit I worked with. My manifestations are going to take a while. I'm okay with it. I just really anxious. Really start looking into quantum leaping, quantum jumping, quantum meditations, quantum leaping, subliminals. That's much faster than a journal. I'm actually I actually made a journal that is both of those things. Like you write in it as a manifestation journal and it's connected directly to the multiverse. It's not out yet or anything. I'm currently working on a PDF to tell people how to work with this energy and working with it myself to understand it better. But yeah, the manifestation journals aren't it's not going to work fast for you. It's not going to shift you fast. You really have to enchant that book. Okay? Enchant the fuck out of your book. Whew, I'm getting hot thinking about it. Feel the energy. Yeah, the multiverse. Like, whew, it is fucking powerful. Wait, what? Poking at you, but not in a bad way? I don't understand what that means. Yeah, Eric, I when that happens to me, if I feel something poking at me, is it like a physical poking or is it a mental poking or something trying to get your attention? Oh, are these spirits, ancestors, or guides trying to get my attention? And if so, what would be advised for connecting with them? Do you do mediumship? I feel like it's just dead people. So maybe it is ancestors. I think it might be time to open up some mediumship abilities, Eric, because I really feel like it's like people from the other side, but not necessarily ancestors, but like just spirits being like, hey, would you want to do some mediumship for me? Hey, there's somebody I want you to talk to, like that kind of feeling. And like in a playful way, not in a desperate way, because we don't want desperate spirits poking at us. But yeah, I really feel like that's what it is. There might be somebody that needs a reading. Yeah, no thanks. Ancestors love when you work with them, fun boy. Just make sure they have your best interest in mind. All right, let's see. Confirmation. I need a new webcam. The things keep blinking. Moving Through Parallel Worlds by Kevin. I haven't heard of it. I haven't really read a whole lot on it. Davina, Mimi. Yeah, I haven't done it for you yet. What is your question, Davina? It's hot up here. Not that I'm complaining. I love it. And for anybody I've done readings for today, I have a tip jar in my description. If you wouldn't mind throwing me a tip, I would absolutely appreciate that. Ah, itchy. Sunburn. Oh gosh. Davina, ask your question. Oh, tripping. Phone was tripping. Any book recommendations and spiritual person comments as always bots. I like stuff by of course you have to ask me to call on my physical memory. It's Stephanie, the demonologist girl, demonologist woman. Is it money or love? Yes, S. Connolly. Thank you. She has a really, really good books. Even if you don't do demonology, you can learn a lot about working with the spirits. Because I think they worship demons. I don't do that. Damn it! Make up your mind. Make up your mind, Davina. Money, success, screw love. You know what's funny about that? It is all connected. That is all connected. It's all the same thing. All right, money, success, Davina. All right, hold on. Are you like? Well, I can tell this from your comments, but do you have a hard time picking what you want to do, or picking what feels right to you, or like maybe you jump from one thing to another, and you move really quickly through it? Like, oh, this isn't it. No, this isn't it. No, this isn't it. Like that kind of feeling is happening. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. I think that's actually a good way for you to find out what you like. Yeah, Gemini. Yeah, absolutely. It's really a good way for you to find out what you like what lights you up. Like, I don't think that's a bad thing at all. I think you're on the right track of just trying a bunch of different things. And you could be a manifesting generator too. So you might like something for a little while and then hate it, and that's okay. Like, you move on. Really get down to the core of what makes you tick, what makes you happy. Really dig down deep and like look at all those different things that you have tried and pick out one thing that you liked from all of those things and see what they have in common. Okay, so maybe you worked in fast food, and then you worked in healthcare, and then you worked at a store or a retail, and then maybe work in manufacturing, and be like, okay, look at those jobs and decide like, okay, what did I like about all of those? What felt the best about all of those, even if you hated the job itself? Like, what did you like the best? So maybe in fast food you liked the customer service, maybe in retail you hated racking clothes but you like talking to the customers. So like you can kind of see like what makes you happy, what really like turns you on and lights you up by looking at your past jobs, and recognizing patterns. I like to use ChatGPT for recognizing patterns in my life, and It's actually really, really fucking helpful. So yeah, do that. I think you're going to find your true passion by looking at what you've already done. And when you find something you're really, really passionate about, that's when the money starts raking in. And I feel like you might start something and then stop again because you're like, you start it and then you're like, oh, I don't really like this, and then you stop. Like that's classic Gemini. But once you find something that you really, really do like and it feeds you, you're not going to want to do something else, at least not for a while. Okay. So start there. Look for your patterns. First you get the money, then you the power, then you get the love. No, that's not how it works. Nope. I hate to sound cliche, but you really have to start loving yourself first and choosing yourself before all of that stuff can happen. You're welcome. Got like 8 minutes left. Yeah. The Scarface joke? No, I don't get it. Why would I watch Scarface? I'm a woman. I like watching dinosaurs eat people. And true crime, I don't watch true crime. Not really. It's just kind of triggering, actually. Your mom like Breaking Bad. Yeah. I watched that until I decided that I didn't like the main character anymore. He was a dick. I didn't like Jesse either. That's more scary than Scarface. Uh, the Lucifer service, if you offer the light body. Yeah. Yeah. If you want to look on the website, it has a big description about the Lucifer light body. It's pretty much an attunement to Lucifer, and it also activates your light body, which helps you move through the astral, and it helps you be more psychic. It helps you be. It wakes you up a lot. Like Lucifer is an enlightener, and it will wake you the fuck up very quickly. And but it's absolutely like an attunement to Lucifer. There's so many times I've done that ritual for people and they're like, I dreamed about Lucifer last night. And I'm like, wow, that's amazing. If you feel drawn to that, I would absolutely get that. Is there anybody that hasn't asked me a question yet that would like a question answered? Six months. Wow. Yeah. Bye. That's how it goes, buddy. Thank you so much. I do like doing these, but yeah, what you give comes back to you in one way or another. What would be a suitable kind of energy for me to work with currently? Do you currently work with darker energies, Alexis? Because I'm seeing like a stream of energy. It's like almost like your lifeline. It's like doop, 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 doop. Okay, that explains it. Because I see like the dark energy, then I see like a light line going through it, like this. Almost like, like one of those machines at the hospital. Heart rate machines. I don't see any rainbows. I don't see any rainbows. Hold on, let me see if I can see what else. Let's try something. I'm not seeing that you should change anything right now. I think what you're doing is fine. That's why it's like a straight line. I think you really need stability in energy and not jumping from one pantheon to another, but trying to keep it more balanced. I think that's what's best for your nervous system. I don't see any rainbows, no. It just looked like black and white. But if you want to add rainbow energy in there, what would rainbow energy be? You could start adding elements to your work if there's a rainbow feeling that you want. Yeah, elements. That would bring some color into it. Absolutely. Water, fire, earth. No, there's no clash. They just seem to be working fine together. They're just like moving along. Absolutely. They seem to be working in harmony. So yeah. Oh, Dolly, yes, you haven't asked yet. Sure, go ahead. Ask away. Yeah. Okay. Do you have a job like a, not necessarily an office job, but like in an office setting? Because I'm seeing like an office. Oh, okay. So Is there a reason why you don't currently have a job? Because I'm seeing like you in an office or in like an office space around people, only you're kind of like an outcast. Like they're like over by the water cooler, like talking about you. Like there's a lot of rejection going on, or it's like you don't feel safe there. There's almost like paranoia, but for good reason, because people are kind of like don't understand you. Is that like that's what I'm seeing? Maybe it's your next job that I'm seeing. This is what like clairvoyant stuff can be really confusing at times, because I'm seeing this, but then you're saying this, and it's like, what is this, the past? Is this the future? Like, cool. So this is why it's good for me to practice. Thank you. So yeah, I definitely see you just like walking away from something that had a lot of has or had a lot of negativity around it and gossiping and people kind of just not wanting you there, like that kind of feeling. Oh, okay. So I think working on that feeling is going to help open up your job. So if you are subconsciously afraid that that shit is going to happen again, because you said you're low on confidence and you're still thinking about the past, you're not going to be able to create that opportunity for yourself, because we manifest our own reality, right? You're not going to be able to open up that job opportunity for yourself if you don't work on your insecurities and your fear around rejection. Okay, it's your fear around rejection that's holding you back right now. It doesn't have anything to do with the job, because it's happened to you. Okay. So if you work with spirits at all, yeah, I work with black magic. Black magic is anything that changes you. Some people that do white magic and white lighter stuff are actually doing black magic. Black magic does not mean just curses, hexes, bindings. It doesn't mean that. It means changing yourself, changing your environment. That is black magic, and it is very fucking potent for shadow work and fear, getting over shadow work and fear. So I would keep going with that. Keep doing that. Um, okay. Well, I can't help you there, but I'm telling you that it's fear that's holding you back. Like most of us, the rest of us. Okay. Well, applying isn't going to hurt anybody. All right, I'm just about done here. Boop, 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 boop. Yes, they are free. They're free. I do appreciate tips. Oh, thank you. Hi, observers of community. Okay. Oh, in the description, I have my CashApp and my PayPal. Thank you so much. I could do one more. I don't mind doing one more. On my forehead. You like my forehead? Does anybody have one more question that I haven't read for yet? You're welcome, fun boy. Thanks for coming. Sapphire and Observers of Humanity. And I am Mystic. I have not. You're welcome. Shit changes as soon as we realize that we're the problem, guys. Sometimes we're the problem. Most of the time, we're the problem. All right, I am Mystic. What is your name? When I do my healings and stuff, I actually use photos, but I can use names on here. It helps me connect. Any guidance? Is there any like specific area? So I really see you like going through this tunnel right now, and I'm not. It's like a journey through a tunnel. I can see you, and then there's like a hole in the tunnel, and you peek up, and you're like, "No, I don't like this," and then you go back down into your tunnel, and then you keep going. So it's almost like you're getting tunnel vision about something and not looking at the whole picture. I'm not sure exactly what that is. Hold on. It's like you're moving forward, but you're not going anywhere because it's almost like this feeling of being in a tunnel, being a mole, not seeing the whole picture, not seeing, like putting your head in the sand about a particular thing. What is it about? Hold on. And it's almost like you're waiting for the universe to open things up for you, but you don't know that you're actually capable of digging yourself out of this tunnel yourself instead of waiting for the universe to do the work for you. Taking a more active role in your life, even if you have to get a little dirty. I feel like you're going to get a little dirty because I'm seeing a lot of dirt and ground and mud. But being like, fuck this, I'm not waiting. I decide my destiny. I decide what I want to do. I'm not waiting anymore. Like, it's that energy that needs to come through. That's the energy that's keeping you, like the mole energy is keeping you stuck right now. Let me see if there's anything else. And And I do see you doing this. Like, you're gonna get so fed up with the fucking mud and the darkness and getting dirty and like just wet, and you're gonna be pissed off. You're gonna dig your way out of this tunnel in a spot that's not open because you're gonna be like, I decide my own destiny. I'm not waiting for the universe or God or whatever to come through. You're gonna be like, fuck this, and you're gonna be clawing your way out with anger. I see a lot of anger coming out, and do not judge this anger, because this anger is actually moving you forward and getting you out of the situation. Don't let anybody shame your fucking anger. Like, you can be angry as long as you're not being a horrible person to somebody else. Even if you are sometimes, like, it's justified, honestly. Like, but allow yourself to feel that anger. There's definitely a lot of anger muddying the situation, but you're fighting against that. But that's what needs to come out to move you forward. Okay? Yeah, no, it's my webcam. It's crapping out or something. I need a new one. All right, let me see if there's anything else, Mary. But I really think that that's the bulk of the message. It's like, yeah, use anger to dig yourself out of that hole. Anger is a useful tool. I'm sorry to spit. Anger is a very useful tool if you allow it to be. Society tells you, oh, you shouldn't be angry. Oh, you shouldn't be this. You shouldn't be that. That's fucking bullshit. You can be angry. Anger can be destructive, yes, and it can also be good for you. Okay, don't hold it in anymore, because that's your key out. That's your gateway out. Is your anger. I'm big on using anger to move forward in life. I don't know. Not because I enjoy being angry and not because I have anger issues, which sure I do sometimes, but because it's very motivating for change. Anger is very motivating. Yes, exactly. Kali Ma energy. Hi, Carrie Ann. Yeah, that's the big message. I hope that helps. Oh, I'm having so much fun. Maybe one more. Just one more. Any guidance regarding my love life with N? Here I am. I feel myself getting tired now. Carrie Ann and life with N. Is this like a long-term relationship? Like, you've been together for a long time? I feel like there's a lot of miscommunications going on. Frustration. Blame. I'm seeing like two people like standing next to each other, and one's like pointing their finger and the other one's like throwing their hands up like this. It's like a circle of not understanding each other. Does that sound, is that in the now, or is that in the past or in the future? Thank you. Okay, thank you. Okay, so yeah, 6 years we are separated currently. I'm hoping we can reconcile. I think you really need to help somebody. Help somebody. No. I think you really, really need to have somebody come in, somebody like a therapist come in and almost translate each other's voice to each other, because there's a lot of like, I don't understand you, you don't understand me, and then I see him blaming, and you throwing your hands up in the air like, I just need you to hear me, why are you blaming me for this, like that kind of feeling. So definitely like a third party help to come in and kind of translate if he's willing to do that. But I'm feeling like he's pretty done. I think you're pretty done too. It's like this cycle and this loop of just not understanding each other. Yeah, I think therapy would definitely help if he wants that. If you want that. I'm trying to see like what's going on in his head right now. Hold on. Oh. Sorry. I feel like he's like the kind of man who, I see like the blaming finger and then, oh, it's all her fault, she's crazy kind of thing. I don't think he's a narcissist though. I think he just doesn't understand the emotional impact that he has on you, and like how you're definitely different love languages, way different love languages. I don't think he quite understands how to take care of you, how to. He doesn't get it. He's dumb. I don't think he's a bad person. I think he's just kind of in the blame mode right now. And if he can't get out of that, there's like no hope. And that's not your fault. It's really not your fault. I think it's just a bunch of. It's kind of a mess right now. Huh. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you have to go through that. But yeah, I'm definitely feeling, oh, she's crazy. God. You don't understand her, so she's automatically crazy. It's just a cop out. It's a cop out. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go now. So, yeah, this was fun. I might do this again next Monday. Wait, I don't have my calendar. Yeah, next Monday I can do. Yes, next Monday is live stream day. So it should be at 2:00 next Monday at 2:00. Be here if you would like a reading or ask me about what I do. Absolutely be here. Okay. And I thank you guys for your donations, and thank you for helping me work on my clairvoyant readings. Love you guys. Bye.